We're back at the Wildfowl and Wetland Trust at Welney. Beautiful spring day, and this is our entrance walk to the reserve, past the mosaic. And there's some new sheep, Hebridean sheep, along with the Manx Loaghtan sheep, my favourite. I think they're the rock and roll of all sheep. If I was a sheep farmer, these would be the sheep that I would keep. Always loved watching these sheep. Across the water, and it's hard to imagine that just 2 months ago that lower gate was covered in water. In the main observatory, if you want to do your bird watching in real comfort. And our first swallow on the nest. And another nest opposite it, but we're not sure what nest this was. We didn't see any birds there at all. And our first sighting really was the one that we'd come to see, the Garganey, the two male Garganey drakes. Quite a rare bird in this country. Migrates here from Africa. We missed them completely last time. There will be some fuller videos of these birds on our channel later on. This is the view from the main observatory over the lagoons. You can see plenty of house martins, although no nest building yet, and swallows about. And later on in the afternoon we saw a greater number of swifts over the reserve. It's nice to see the swifts back. After leaving the main observatory, we made our way to the dragonfly pond and the reed bed hide. And this is ground ivy. Jan found an egg, probably predated by a corvid. And we came across quite a lot of 7-spot ladybirds. A lot of drastic husbandry gone on over the winter. It will soon grow back, but opened up the viewpoints. Jan did see a dragonfly very briefly. We were unable to identify it. But in a few weeks' time there'll be many more, and damselflies with them as well. We've had many pleasant picnics up at the dragonfly pond. On a nice day, it's a nice pleasant place to sit, listen to the bird song all around you and see the bug life that is so abundant up here. We did see a couple of male rebuntings here. And this has been our first visit to the reed bed hide, which we haven't been able to access up until now. Jan found this green lacewing. And this is the view from the reed bed hide. It's hard to imagine that not that long ago all you could see from here was water, if you could get to the hide, that is. Now you've got to work a little bit harder to see the birds, but they're there. See some of the coppicing that is going on. Dandelion, an important early flower, and the nettle flowers, and this Jan found growing in a wood pile. An early mining bee, one of our solitary bees, laden with pollen. And this is a charlock. Jan spotted this wren in a very different pose to what we normally see them in. A variegated nettle and an unusual view from the willow hide. And one of the 4 types of butterfly that we saw today, a small tortoiseshell and a tree bumblebee gathering pollen from nettle flowers. If you look closely above the spider and just behind it, you'll see a shield bug. And this is probably one of the orb family of spiders. There are 650 species of spiders in this country. The peacock butterfly, freshly woken from its winter slumber, looks quite battered actually. We also saw orange tips, and during the afternoon we saw an increasing number of these green-veined whites. At first we thought they were small whites, but you have to look closely at the underneath of their wings and you can see the beautiful green veins shown up. Then had a moment of good fortune when one of the reserve wardens told us he was going to do some work in front of the Nelson Lyle hide, and there was a great white egret in front of the hide. Would we like to go and have a look before he started his work? We've seen the great white egret a number of times now, but never one so close as this. Here's a small clip of one near a mute swan to give you some idea of the size. It's about heron size, and certainly a member of the heron family. We often forget that these reserves do need a lot of management, and we just showed you this, put this clip in to show you that water needs to be moved from one part of the reserve to other parts. Good to see the hard work that these wardens do, and we thank them for that. This is one of the buttercup family. And an avocet. We saw a lot of avocets on the reserve today, quite a few of them sitting on eggs. And this heron. And he got out of the water and walked around some shell ducks, who were quite feisty ducks at times. And almost in an act of defiance, he turned, looked at them and pooed. Reed bunting doing an amazing job of balancing on the reeds in the wind. He was there for several minutes. I think this is a member of the stitchwort family. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye for now.